Good morning everyone, welcome to the point. In this video we will discuss in detail about Finance Commission as to how it functions, under which article of the constitution is it constituted, and who are the members of the present Finance Commission. So let us start with what Finance Commission is all about. Finance Commission is a constitutional body. Now, why it is called a constitutional body and not a legal or a statutory body is because it is being mentioned under Article 280 of the Constitution. Now, this article is very important and all of you have to memorize it. That Article 280 talks about the Finance Commission. So, by the virtue of Article 280, it is a constitutional body. So, Finance Commission is a constitutional body that determines the method and formula for distributing the tax proceed between the center and the states and among the states. So, whatever the tax that a government collects has to be distributed between the center and the state and also amongst the state. So, someone has to help or guide the government in doing this work. So in India it is the Finance Commission that does this part. So there are two roles. First is the distribution of the revenue between center and the state, and the second part is which state will get how much of it. There are so many states in India, and how much each will get is also recommended by the Finance Commission. It is constituted by the President under Article 280 of the Constitution. This is very important and defines the financial relations between the center and the states. It was first formed in 1951. The Finance Commission also decides the share of taxes and grants to be given to the local bodies in states. So there are local bodies in states which function and helps the government smooth running of it. So Finance Commission also helps or decides the share of tax that these local bodies will be getting. This part of tax proceed is called Finance Commission grants, which is a part of union budget. So these grants which is given to the local bodies is called Finance Commission grants, and it is also this is also being decided by the Finance Commission. Moving on to the slide is the functions of Finance Commission. The first one is the distribution between the union and the state. Union is center, and the state of the net proceed of taxes which are to be divided between them, and allocation between the states of the respective share of such proceed. As I told you, first task is to decide how much chunk of it the center will be keeping and how much we will distributing amongst the state, and out of the part that the state is getting, how much each state will get is decided by Finance Commission. The principle which should govern the grant and aids of the revenue of the state out of the consolidated fund of India. So every year central government gives certain grants to the state government for its smooth functioning or any developmental function, so that the state government can take place. Now this is also being decided by the Finance Commission and is called the grant and aids. The measure needed to augment the consolidated fund of state to supplement the resource of panchayats and municipality in the state on the basis of recommendations made by the Finance Commission of the state. So first thing, there is a central consolidated fund, and there is so every state also has the consolidated fund of its own state. Also every state has its own Finance Commission. Now this Central Finance Commission or the Finance Commission guides the state government how to augment this consolidated fund of state, so that more and more tax receipts or revenue from taxes flows in, and how it does is it takes help of the Finance Commission of the states in recommending such suggestions. Any other matter referred to the commission by the President in the interest of sound finance. So if President of India thinks that any matter be referred to Finance Commission for the smooth functioning of the economy or sound finance, so those decisions or those suggestions are also being provided by Finance Commission. Next is appointment and the composition. So President of India constitutes the Finance Commission every 5 years or on time considered necessary by him. Usually if we see the trend is that it is constituted for 5 years, but if the need or the contingency arises that it has to be it has to be reconstituted within or less than a span of 5 years, then it is also possible, and it is constituted by the President of India. Now the composition is: one is chairman, and it heads the commission and presides over the activities. Then is there are 4 other members, and the parliament determines the qualifications of the member of the commission and their selection method. It is in the hands. So now what you have to note here is that the constitution of the Finance Commission is by the President, but the qualification of the member to be appointed and their selection method is by the Parliament of the country. Now these 2 points usually people gets confused in exam, so you don't have to get confused because I am pointing this right now, and you have to memorize it here only, that it is the President who constitutes it, but the qualification and the selection process is being determined by the Parliament. Next slide, which talks about what is the need. Yes, we need Finance Commission, as we need someone who can give us the guiding principles on which we can divide the tax proceeds between the center and the states, and which state will get how much proceed. This has also to be decided. So this is all done by the Finance Commission. So we will just go through it. The Indian federal system allows for the division of power and responsibilities between the center and the state. Yes, we know that. Correspondingly, the taxation power are also broadly divided between the center and the state. State legislature may devolve some of their taxation powers to the local body. So why is this Finance Commission in place? It is the delegation of power. So at central level there's Finance Commission, and the taxation power, since it is given to the states, also we have constituted a Finance Commission of every state. Yeah, so to guide the government as to distribution of tax proceeds. Moving to the next slide is the formula used by the Finance Commission. So here we will see the difference between the formula that was used by the 14th Finance Commission and the 15th Finance Commission, which is currently in picture. So to distribute the tax proceed, we need to have certain criteria. Now that is called the formula, certain set guidelines, or you can say that on whose basis the Finance Commission distributes the tax proceeds. So we'll first have a look over the formula used by the 14th Finance Commission. So first, this commission paid 50% weightage to the income distance. So any state who has worked in reducing the income distance between the people of their state will get a more or higher chunk. So 50% weightage to the efforts done by the states in reducing the income distance. Now what is this income distance? So let's suppose there are people in your state. So the person who has the highest per capita income is having per capita income of 1000, whereas the lowest is 2. So that state which has taken step to reduce this or bridge this gap will be rewarded accordingly. State to the forest and ecology, it has allocated 7.5%. A state which has taken steps to maintain forest cover or to increase it or maintain the ecological balance in anything related to forest and ecology, 7.5% to that. Area is as per the area of the state. Let's suppose Maharashtra is definitely bigger or larger than Kerala, so yes, 50, so it will get a greater chunk of the proceeds as compared to the Kerala. Then is the population, so it gets 27.5% weightage. Any state which has taken steps to reduce or the growth rate of population in their state will be rewarded or will be given the funds accordingly. Now what this 15th Finance Commission has done, everything remains the same, yet the percentage has definitely changed. If you see, income distance is now 45%. Forest and ecology, it has given, the 15th Finance Commission has given more weightage to forest and ecology. Area remains still the same. Population, here it is reduced, but in another sense The 15th Finance Commission has introduced two new parameters. First is tax effort. Any state which has taken steps to increase its tax base or tax collection will be rewarded or will be given accordingly. And this demographic performance is what it is, that steps taken to reduce the or to stabilize the growth rate of population in the respective state will get the chunk accordingly. So these parameters you have to remember, and certainly yes, these two new ones are important for exam. So you have to actually mug it up. There is no way to there is no logic to memorize it or logic to remember it, but you just have to mug it up. Now the next slide, which talks about the chairman and the member of 15th Finance Commission, you can just have a look who all are there in the current Finance Commission. So friends, I hope it is clear as to what Finance Commission is. It is a constitutional body constituted under Article 280 of the Constitution. What are its functions? What is its composition? Just go through the slides once again when the video is over. So this is all for today's video. Keep studying, keep revising. Thank you so much.